Part 1. Number 1. What makes a happy life? Is a life in which completely absorbed in what you do. Number 2. What is the result of Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi's theory? The result is happiness is not caused by things that happen to us. Our perception and how we see this event are what make us happy or sad. If we want happiness, we have to actively look for it. Number 3. How does Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi get the theory of flow? By study what makes people happy and how they can find happiness. Number 4. Mention and explain the flow theory. When we are totally involved in or focus on what we are doing, by focus on it, we are in the state of flow. Got this inspiration theory when he noticed how artists were on the studio. They completely lost track of time. Noticed they were hungry and tired and also worked for hours even day without stop. Number 5. Make a note. A study by psychologists that search about what makes a happy life by the theory of flow. How the state flow work is when we are totally involved in or focus on what makes a happy life is when you are completely absorbed in what you do. Part 2. Number 1. What is the distinction between seeds and nuts? An average opinion, nuts are seeds, but seeds cannot be nuts. Number 2. According to the professor, how do botanists define seeds? For botanical, seeds are not as classified differently. Seeds are part of the flowering plants or tree are going to grow up into the new plants if were buried. Number 3. Why does the professor mention kernels? To explain that kernels is not a nut, it's a fruit. That's because many of people said it's a nut. Instead of saying, I'm eating pecan meat, I'm eating a chestnut kernels. Number 4. What is integument? The integument is part of the nut to protect out layer of seed or nut kernels. That external structure giving moisture and keeping from physical damage. Number 5. Make a note. Still many of people thinking and wondering, is it not a seed or seed or not? For some average opinion person, nut are seed and seed are not. Botanical people verified nut is absolutely seed. For seeds are not seed, those are seed are part of the plant or flower or tree that will grow into the new plants. Part 3. In this part, you must retell the story clearly and completely. Once upon a time, there were 3 bears, lived in their own wood. One was a little small bear, one was a middle-sized bear, and the last bear was a huge bear. One day, they made a porridge for breakfast. While cooling the porridge, they walked into the wood. During they walked into the wood, a little girl who had golden curly hair, and everyone called her by Goldilocks. Goldilocks come inside and go to the kitchen and find 3 porridges. That is the 3 bears made for their breakfast. Tasted one by one and found the perfect one who belongs to the little bear. After ate it all up, Goldilocks goes into the bedroom. Grandmother said her imagination was so wild.